Hey guys, welcome back to Raid Shadow Legends. So after my full sweaty run through of my 27-day Arbiter with my download link with the Mausoleum Mage, Fayne, Tagoar, and Deacon Armstrong using the Supreme 6 code to get Supreme Gallic, they've released another new code with another Void Legendary, and this one is absolutely amazing in my opinion. And people are asking me, am I going to do it again? Listen, I'm not. I need to have like a month off from an Arbiter push, but this chick's pretty sick. If I was starting a fresh account right now, it depends what you want. Gallic just feels awesome to have a DPS that you can push, but I think in general, she is going to be a better pick. Now, once again, I got 2 download links at the moment. You can take your pick of those ones. I really like the Deacon one. I think that works really well. If there's any other characters you've seen in download links and you think, oh, this would be a really good call, let me know in the comments. I'll see if I can fish together a custom-made Tagoar download link to get champions that really synergize with her along the way. But the thing you're going to be missing with her is a damage dealer, which would mean if you do start with her, you would need Kale. But let's talk about her skills, and then I'll talk more about that. Once again, the code is Desert Queen. So if you want to use my link in the description, you can get that awesome start, and then you get her on top. But she brings so much to the table. So basic attack. Attacks one enemy, has a 30% chance of placing a 30% decreased speed debuff for 2 turns. Goes up to a 50% chance. That is pretty decent for a basic attack speed decrease. I do like that. Places a 15% continuous heal buff on this champion for 1 turn. Also places a 50% continuous heal buff on the ally with the lowest HP. And the damage is based on defense. So the defense-based damage is really nice on this one. Then I just like anything that scales off of anything besides pure attack, because it means you can build them tanky and get something out of it. So let's go to skill 2. Attacks one enemy, has a 75% chance, goes up to 100% chance of placing decreased attack and block buffs for 2 turns, and applies debuff spread, taking 2 random debuffs from the target and placing them on all enemies. Now at the start of a battle, when we look at something like Hydra for instance, this is going to be huge because ideally they have no other debuffs at the start. You can go ahead and you can use this. You put a decreased attack and block buffs on all enemies in Hydra straight off the bat with this ability. Now if they have other debuffs, you can go ahead and spread those too. But really, really nice debuffs that we are bringing to the table. We've got speed slow, and we've also got decreased attack and block buffs with a debuff spread. Then we have this one here, which you would need to book, but places an increased defense buff and increased speed buff, both big versions, on all allies for 2 turns on a 3-turn cooldown when booked. This is absolutely amazing. This is like Mausoleum Mage combined with the Tagoar. And you know, you get those, but like that is a really good buff combo. So we're already at speed up, speed down, attack up, block buffs, defense up. Really solid. On top of that, we got the passive. Removes 1 debuff from all allies at the start of each turn. Removes 2 debuffs instead if the allies are under a continuous heal buff, which she applies to herself and 1 ally with the basic. We now have cleansing on top of that. This kit is absolutely amazing. If we look towards basically any dungeon run through, it's an amazing kit. If we look to Demon Lord, it's an amazing kit. Think about the core things you need to bring to Demon Lord, which is going to be, not that one, which is going to be your attack decrease, which is very, very important. We've got a 100% chance to land this on a 3-turn cooldown when max booked. Really, really nice. And then we've got extra mitigation and speed boosting. Just a great, in general, Demon Lord kit from this legendary. Once again, we go into Hydra, fantastic. Basically, any dungeon, fantastic. Like, you're bringing so many key debuffs. So what are you missing? You're missing, like, Defense Break. You're missing Weaken for Demon Lord and stuff like that, which, you know, with one of my download links, we got Deacon Armstrong, who brings Defense Break. We've got the Fayne, who brings Defense Break, the Weaken, some extra poisons, plus an extra attack break on top of that to get more reliable. Like I said, I think this kit is absolutely amazing, but I do think we could do some work on a download link. So if you have seen any champions in download links before, let me know what you think, and I'll see if I can hit them up to make like a custom built Tagoar download link, because like I said, I think she is absolutely fantastic. Like, this is my like, where are we at over here on this account? You know, dungeons wise, let's see. Dragons, yes, she's going to be great for dragons. You've got the passive cleansing, which is great. Obviously, it's only 1 debuff, but still, the passive cleanse is really nice. Can also cleanse the stun if you get lucky, which is, you know, if you don't get through the threshold. You got the attack break, which still helps on dragon as well. Actually, you've got Spider's Den. Now, I said she's not going to be great for Spider 20. I don't know if you pulled like one of the rare single target burners, whether you can use her debuff spread and land it on that burn so that you're spreading the burn. She might actually have the ability to get you into Spider's 20. The problem is, because it's random, I don't know if it's first applied debuff or not. I don't know how that random works in her kit. If it's actually not random and it's like the first applied debuff and then you put the burn on the boss first and then you debuff spread that, well, that's huge because now you've got AoE burns as well. So maybe she does get you through spiders as well. The only thing is Finite Castle, she is not a multi-hitter, which is the one downfall. However, she does bring all the key debuffs you need for this boss. Not all of them, but I mean, the big one is the speed slow. She brings the speed slow, which is actually huge. She's got the passive cleanse, which is going to let you get rid of that speed slow on your team, which is really nice as well. So even though not completely broken for Finite, I still think pretty decent for Finite when you consider you just turn the skill 2 off and you just keep spamming that basic to get the speed slow and keep the speed slow on the boss. I think that's perfectly fine. Ice Golem, let's face it, anything is good against Ice Golem because the Ice Golem's just a game of waiting. But once again, for Finite Dragons, you've still got that speed buff and defense buff. So you got the mitigation, you got the cycling as well, which are all huge things to consider when you are looking at that. As we mentioned over here in the clan boss, wait, have I done my attacks? Whoa, I forgot to do my attacks last night. My bad. I got to do my attacks. But yeah, clan boss, you know, we've got the defense up, speed up, very good for cycling. We've got the attack break, really important. Then you got passive cleansing. The passive cleansing becomes more prevalent as well when you get onto phase 2. And don't forget, we do have that little continuous heal as well as another added bonus on top. So in general, I think really good. Now, what do I think? What would be my starter with her? She's barbarians. We can't do any of the abusing of the dungeons. I'd have to see. Honestly, I'd probably go for Kale as starter. If I picked her up, I would probably go as Kale. Probably have to make him your farmer. Until you get, dude, this guy's got 4,616 reviews. People love reviewing this guy. Okay, people love this guy. But yeah, I think you'd have to start him as your starter again and go through that path and use him as basically your farmer, unless you pull something. I mean, you could use him to 5-star, farm your way through the first couple campaign difficulties and pop whatever shards you get there and see if you get something better that you can go with. But at the moment, I think he would have to be your starting unit. Once again, I'm going to have a feel, see if I can make a new download link that I feel is custom made to her. And if I can get away with that, maybe we have a better start to go with her. But I'll get back to you guys in the next day or so with that and see how we go. But I think in general, her kit is looking absolutely amazing. And when you look at just pure utility in a character for the very long term, I think she just muscles out Supreme Gallic for me. Although I do think Supreme Gallic gives you more of a fun feeling at the start of the game because then you're not building a rare as your first 6-star to be your carry. You're building a legendary who's dealing massive damage. That's the one trade-off, but I think in the long term, this kit is just absolutely amazing. But let me know your guys' thoughts. As always, thanks for watching. Hope you have an awesome day, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Cheers.